This the breakout on SUI right here on the daily time frame. If we have a look right here on the daily time frame, it looks like SUI is finally about to break out of this massive downwards trend that we've been in. It seems like we did find bottom with a stochastic RSI as well. The stochastic RSI has been pretty much consolidating and trading to the downside, so it's going to be very interesting to see in the next couple of days if SUI can pretty much go back and retest the all-time highs. If we have a look right here at the 3-day time frame, obviously we did have a nice beautiful rebound on the exponential moving average right here. So this is the EMA ribbons right here, and guess what? The last time we had a breakout or a retest, we know that every time we have these corrections or rebounds, we usually have a massive pumps. So we know on the stochastic RSI, or sorry, on the exponential moving average, we know that every time we are trending below the RSI or the EMA ribbon, I don't know what's up with me with the RSI, we usually trend to the downside, and every time we trend above the EMA ribbons, we usually are bullish. And right now, Bitcoin is currently in a bull market, which means altcoins will most likely be in a bull market. SUI is in a bull market. If we actually go down, we could see that it's not yet an altcoin season. The Bitcoin dominance is still going up. It's currently sitting at 59.7, making all-time highs, as you guys can see on the weekly time frame. So until we see the Bitcoin dominance going down with Bitcoin holding, I don't see, altcoin season coming anytime soon. But that doesn't mean that SUI won't pump. It just won't pump as fast as we know it will. If we have a look right here at the 2-day time frame, we know what happens on the Heiken Ashi candle. So this is not traditional candles, regular candles. This is actually the Heiken Ashi candles, and it really tells you the difference, or it really helps you identify what the current trend is. And we know every time the Heiken Ashi turns red, the trend is towards the downside. When it's green, the trend is towards the upside. And we could see right here, trend is towards the downside. And right now, the Heiken Ashi candle is finally flipping green. And the last time we had that green flip was actually right here, the 5th of September 2024, and that's when SUI was sitting at 78 cents and made a run all the way to $2.38. So can we see a massive 200% pump right here incoming? We're going to be having a look at CoinMarketCap to discuss volume and whatnot, but this is actually a very interesting indicator as well. I mean, besides that, this is the Heiken Ashi candles, right? And that this could potentially be bullish, assuming that we close green on the daily time frame or the 2-day time frame. This is a 2-day candle. We could see that, this is obviously where the liquidity is. So obviously SUI does need to come back down and grab some liquidity in order for us to go back up. So we did have this nice little pump right here until we had no more liquidity at the top of this band right here. We came back, tested the main liquidity level, pretty much liquidated a bunch of noobs, and then took it to the moon. And pretty much that's what's happening right now. Now, the big question is, will this be the same thing we saw right here? Can this level of liquidity pretty much be a support region for SUI, or are we going to see more liquidations to the downside? So pretty much that's what's happening. Obviously, depending on what Bitcoin does, Bitcoin's king, Bitcoin's the leader. And if Bitcoin keeps on pumping, obviously, we're most likely going to see, big moves ahead on Bitcoin. If we have a look at Bitcoin right here on the weekly time frame, obviously Bitcoin is breaking out, guys. If you guys have been following my channel, I mentioned that if Bitcoin breaks this level right here on the weekly time frame, we're most likely going to go to the upside. Now, remember, guys, Bitcoin, I'm not saying it's out of the woods yet, but we still have to break this resistance on the weekly time frame. Okay, yes, this is actually a very strong resistance. So obviously the weekly candle, we still have some time. We got 5 days, 12 hours left until the weekly candle closes, but we still have this resistance to break and close, and this resistance to break and close. So assuming Bitcoin does keep on pumping and we do have a successful closure, I would say above $73,000, you could expect a massive pump. I would say all the way to $80,000 soon, or as early as next week if Bitcoin does successfully close above it. If we have a look right here on CoinGecko, SUI is currently trending up 15.8%, currently traded right below $2. You could see that the growth in the last 24 hours has been wonderful. Obviously, in the last month, we did have a nice little correction, but guess what? The monthly time frame is still looking pretty bullish with a nice little V recovery shape happening right here. And something that I did forget to mention on SUI is, can we potentially see a massive inverse head and shoulder for SUI? So before I go back to CoinGecko, we could actually see that this could potentially be some sort of left shoulder right here. This can potentially be the head, and can this be the right shoulder? If I actually take a look and we have a look at the neckline, can this be the neckline? This looks like a perfect neckline in my opinion. And if I actually take the top of the neckline to the bottom of the head and I actually explode that, we could see that we could actually have a price target of $10. Yes, $10 in my opinion is not crazy. So obviously you would do 2.7 times 10. Obviously you would have a market cap of roughly $27 billion, which is not so crazy in my opinion. I think we could see Sui even go to a $50 billion market cap. You could see the 24-hour traded volume is sitting at $1.1 billion. Meme coins, guys, on Sui are about to freaking fly, by the way. The market cap right now is sitting at 5.4 billion. Volume is great, market cap is great, circling supply is great, charts are looking great. The only thing is we're gonna need to wait for confirmation right here on the daily time frame, and if we do have confirmation, that would be really bullish. Stochastic are looking really good as well. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video.